Tassa
Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa.
Today is the 1st of April 2015. Last week we studied about Citta consciousness or Cittasika mental factors. As all of you know, we have the 4 ultimate realities. So we already started about Citta consciousness and Cittasika mental factors. Still remain 2. So today we're going to study about Rupa. It's one kind of ultimate realities. In Pali term we call Rupa. Some translate in English as form or corporealities or materialities, some matter. And mostly this matter is the best translation for Rupa. This Rupa, in detail we have 26 types of the material phenomena. So we study about this matter, Rupa. This means we study ourselves, our body. What's contained. So we have 28 types of matter. Here we can classify as 2 groups. One group because concretes produce matter. And another one is the non-concrete matter. So why we call Rupa here? The meaning of Rupa is mean this Rupa may change the state, change the form, the colors. This on account of this heat or cold. See, sometimes too hot, this our body is changed. Sometimes too cold, this body will change. There's some small insects bite. This body will change. We have some accident. This body will change. That's why Rupa is the change state, it's color and form. But in the ultimate sense, this Rupa is no form, no shape. It's shapeless, formless, less. That's why when we practice meditation, and especially who practice inside Vipassana meditation, you will not see the form of this Rupa. You see the form, the shape, it's not realities. So we see their nature. That's why we study their nature. Here, firstly, we study about this the Mahabuddha, great essential. We call great essential elements 4. When we practice meditation, we will see this 4, one of those. in the four foundations of mindfulness. We contemplate on this body. Even we say body, we contemplate on these four great essential elements. What are they? In Pali term, we call Patavi Dhatu. This earth elements. Earth element. This earth elements, that mean the elements of extensions. Elements of extension with the characteristic of hardness and softness. When you sit meditation, you will feel some hardness, softness. That's why if you feel this softness and hardness, you see realities. You will not see as a body, as man, as woman, as person. See that, right? That's the ABC. Hardness, softness is the right way to observe. This the earth elements. This characteristic is softness and hardness. And Abodhatu, water element. These elements are there's the water with the characteristic of cohesion. These elements of cohesion. Please remember, this Abodhatu, the elements of cohesion with the characteristic of this cohesiveness and fluidity. And number 3, the Jodhatu. These elements of heat, so heat energy. This we call fire elements. With the characteristic of hotness and coldness. So when we sit meditation, you feel cold, you feel hot. This means you see the realities. Some may say, oh, when I sit meditation, I don't see anything. Sometimes it's too hot, too cold. You see the Dhamma, you see the reality. You see Tejo Dhatu, fire elements. So you see the characteristic of fire elements, hotness and coolness. And Vayu Dhatu, these elements of motions. These elements. This with the characteristic of pushing, sporting, oscillation, vibration, motion, pressure. So if you're one of those, this means you observe as elements. Vayu Dhatu. So these 4 we call great essential elements. Especially when we practice meditation, you will see one of those. You will not see as a body, as a person, as man, as a woman, as head, as left, as back. See, you see one of their characteristics. Maybe an element maybe water element, maybe fire element, or maybe air elements. So when we practice meditation, our primary object is the breathe in and breathe out, or rise and fall. It's what kind of elements? What kind of element?
Air.
Air elements. So you see, and if you see the shape of your nose, the shape of your stomach, it's not right. So you should see their characteristic. How to start pushing, exporting, vibrating, pressure, and so on. That's why the study object of Vipassana is reality, should be realities, not the concept. You see as nose, as stomach, right? It's not right, it's the Panyati concept. It's not the right way. It's not the right way, you will not see the truth. You will not see so the realities. That's why we study about this, the four great essential elements. They call Maha-Buddha. Maha means great, Buddha means essential. This four great essential elements is more prominent than other matters. This other matters means here Upada Rupa. Upada Rupa means dependent matter. So the remaining 24 type of this Rupa or matter depend on the four great essential elements. That's what we call dependent matter. Or we could call it the derivative matter or secondary matter. So we have two groups. One group, Maha-Buddha. Another group, Upada-Rupa. That's why when we do chanting, every Buddhist holiday, Vadana chanting, Maha-Buddha Upada-Rupana. See that, right? Maha-Buddha Upada-Rupana. Maha-Buddha is the four great essential elements. Upada-Rupana is dependent matters. So they are related each other. That's why before we study Patana chanting, we need to study these realities. So when we say Maha-Buddha Upada-Rupana, Anya-Manya Pajina Pajiyo, and so on. So after we understand this the four great essential element, we need to study dependent matters. This the four great essential elements, just remember, they exist together, arise together, they stay together, it's inseparable, undivisable. For the Upada-Rupa, dependence matter, here we have 24. Amongst 24, there are sensitive phenomena. In Pali term, Jaku, Pasada, Soda Pasada, Gana Padana, Chiva Padana, Kaya Padana. This means eye sensitivity, ear sensitivity, nose sensitivity, tongue sensitivity, and body sensitivity. When we do chanting, Vadana chanting, you will see that Jakaranam, Jakarana means eye sensitivity, Sodaranam, ear sensitivity, Kanaranam, this means no sensitivity. Chingwaranam, sensitivity. And Kayaranam, body sensitivity. This five is very important. This the sensitive parts of the organ. This organ, the sensitivities, tends to classify the coexisting material qualities. It's very important. It's very important. So we study internal sense organs. We have eye, ears, nose, tongue, body, and body sensitivity. Without them, our life is localized. Inanimate life. That's very essential for our human being to possess this eye sensitivity. Still, you are blind. There, something like this, no? It's like inanimate life. So because of if you have eye sensitivity and so on, that's our life becomes beneficial. So you have eye sensitivity, you can read a book, you can voice whatever you want. Your ear sensitivity, you can hear, you can listen. So we have nose sensitivity, you can smell. We have tongue sensitivity, you can taste. So body sensitivity, you can touch. So this five sensitive part of these organs, where this exists as eye sensitivity, expressed in the pupil of our eyes. Where images feel, it's not the whole eye. For ear sensitivity, it's expressed in the whole of our ear. So the nose sensitivity is expressed in our nostril. Tongue sensitivity is expressed in the middle, upper tongues, upper surface tongue. And for the body sensitivity, expressed throughout all over the bodies. Sensitive touch. That's why we can feel hot or cold or soft or hot. So please remember this body sensitivity expressed throughout the whole bodies, excluding this, our head hair, body hair, our finger nail, toe nail, or dry, hard, dry skin. It's no body sensitivity. That's why we can cut our hair, then cut our nail, we will not feel anything, right? No sensitivity. So even some part of body have hard, dry skin, and cut it, you will not feel anything. excluding this the hair, this the nerve, dry skin, this will stress all over the body. Let's forget about this fight sensitivity. In Pali term, we can use this Jaku Sota Kana Chingwa Kaya. When you read the book, you see this often. When you practice meditation also, you have to understand this point. So, you see something. Why we see something? Because of this sensitive phenomena. Otherwise you cannot see, you cannot hear, you cannot smell, you cannot taste, you cannot touch. That's what is one of the cause of seeing, hearing, smelling, tasting, touching. And these five kind of sensitivities are produced by karma. That's our mind and body produced by four causes. You already know there are four causes. One is karma. Produce our good and bad karma, right? Karma. Number two, citta is mind, right? Consciousness. Number three, udu, seasonal phenomena, or temperature, or heat. And number four, ahara. Ahara is mean it's a nutritive essence. Because of these four causes, is produced this mind and has produced this body, this matter. So for the eye sensitivity and so on, this five sensitivity is produced by karma. Oh, so we have good eye, good ear, and so on, because of your good karma in previous life. Someone become as human being, blind, deaf, right? Because of bad karma. So please remember, these five kind of sensitivities are produced by karma alone. And another one, Gojara, always say rupa in Pali term. This means objective phenomena. Objective phenomena here is the five. Rupa, Saddha, Gandha, Rasa, Podaba. Our visible objects, sound, smell, taste, tangibility. When we do Padhana chanting, Ruparanam, Saddharanam, Gandharanam, Rasaranam, Podabaranam. So when you do this chanting, please remember we're talking about this visible object, sound, smell, taste, and tangibility. For example, this how five sensitivity and these five objective phenomena are interrelated. So we will start about it later. It's a whisper object. When you see something, especially when we practice meditation, say, oh, I see this man, I see this woman, I say, oh, very beautiful, oh, very ugly, very handsome, and so on. This means it's not reality. What you see, whatever you see, this visible object, you see the rupa. You see the rupa. See that? Rupa, reality. You not see a person. Don't see as person. You see as person, you see, oh, very beautiful, very handsome, great arises. Oh, very ugly, I don't like it. This means envy. See that? So that's why when you see something, for meditator, just see. So just see. You just see. Just what you see. You see visible object, it's object. You see your object is a rupa, it's matter. Right? It's not a person, it's not a man, it's not a woman. That's why we need to practice and to understand what are you seeing. It's not person, it's not a man, it's not a woman. It's rupa, it's visible object only. This object is not last forever. See that? So all this object is just seeing, and then disappear. You see the arising, you see the disappear. And you see the impermanence of this rupa. So one thing, since we started about the four great essential elements, if you see as the earth element, hardness and softness, this means you see their specific characteristic. See that? Specific characteristic. If you see this water element as the cohesion or fluidity, this means you see this specific characteristic of this water element. So you see the nature, specific nature, specific characteristic. And then what we have to see, after you see that later on, when your wisdom, vipassana knowledge getting higher and higher, you see the common characteristic. We should see the common characteristic. What's common characteristic? Impermanence, unsatisfactoriness, and non-self nature. See that? So we should see the common characteristic. So we need to practice. By practice vipassana meditation or mindfulness meditation, firstly, you will see, you will try, you will be able to classify what is the concept, what's the reality, what is the nature of this matter. And later on, you will see the common characteristic. So we practice inside vipassana meditation to see common this characteristic. In Pali, anicca, dukkha, anatta. So when you see something, maybe you see, I see that, I hear that. See, there is no I here, no person here, right? All is that this ultimate reality, this is the rupa. If you see as a form, as visible object, this means you see a specific characteristic of this rupa. When you see this arising and disappearing as impermanent, this means you see the common characteristic. So when you see, you know for yourself what level you reach. And sada is the sound, gandha is smell, rasa is the taste, padava is the tangibility. the sound, sound is produced by citta, consciousness, and udu, temperature, or seasonal phenomena. Alone. We have four causes, right? Kama, citta, udu, ahara. This sound, sada, is produced by citta and udu only. So here we have vocal sound and non-vocal sounds, two kinds of sound. For the vocal sound, such as speech or laughter, mourning, crying, and shouting, singing, whistling, and so on are produced by citta consciousness. Right, now, all of you hear what I'm talking about. You hear my sound, right? This means this vocal sound produced by mind, produced by consciousness. Because I want to say something, I will talk something, this will come out because of mind, produced by mind. Someone cry, produced by mind, right? Get angry and it's crying, shouting, quarreling, yelling. So sometimes you get happy and singing. Right? So it's the vocal sound is produced by citta, consciousness. How about non-vocal sound, such as thunder, musical note from instrument, or speeches from radio? This song from CD, from the cassette. It's noises made by car or train or plane. Sometimes it's the beating two sticks together. You hear sound, noise. Or rubbing of branches in the wind. And so on are produced by udu, temperature, seasonal phenomena. So when you say sound here, we have two kinds of sound. It's produced by citta and udu. So sound to sound. When we hear the sound, don't think, oh, who say that? What is say that? Don't try to think about it. Just hear something, just hear it. Just label it, concentrate your mind on the ear. Hear something, or good or bad, it doesn't matter. Just hearing. So you know the sound. Sound just sound. This means you know your specific characteristic. Sound is the one kind of rupa. So when you concentrate the sound, you will notice the vibration of sound arising, this field one after another. This means you see the impermanence of the sound. You know they are common characteristic as impermanent, right? So you don't want to listen, you don't want to hear that, but something you have to. It's uncontrollability. See that? Let's see that. Some you want to sing good song, it's a pleasant sound, you want to listen to it, but you cannot listen it all the time. It's uncontrollable. So you cannot control all the sound as for your desire. When you see that, this when you see common characteristic of the sound as impermanent, unsatisfactoriness, and uncontrollability. And ganda, smell. It's a smell, all this good smell, all this bad smell. You feel good and bad. Who do that? Who did something like that? Maybe you get angry, or maybe greed. Alright? So all this perfume, these flowers, smells so good. I like it. It's great. When someone fries something in the kitchen, bad smell, I don't like it. It's the anger arises. So whatever you smell, smelling, don't allow great anger to arise. So as you know, knowing to smell is the wisdom. So when wisdom arises, there's no room for greed and anger to arise. Just want to be mindful. Say, be mindful. What smell you get, just smelling, just smell. So we need to train, we need to practice. As we know, you should have our mindfulness. No security guard, right? To protect your eye, ears, nose, tongue, and body. So great anger, all these enemies get into your mind. That's for your mind. So we need to be mindful about rasa, taste. Same thing, we eat every day. So very tasty, very delicious, I like it. At that moment, what type of consciousness? Greed, right? I don't like it. Too sour, too spicy, and so on. You don't like it. At that moment, anger arises. So whatever you taste, just taste it. Taste it. Just try to be aware of it. So you be aware of the movement of this your tongue, your mouth, as the taste, be aware of the taste. You notice one after another, and you swallow it. So no greed, no anger to arise. So be mindful whenever you eat. So meditation here is not only sitting meditation, walking meditation, even you eat, just eating meditation. Right? So be mindful, be aware of every physical activity, be aware of the sensation, the feeling, your emotion, your thought. When you finish eating, during about 30 minutes, you practice meditation, 30 minutes already. You know the taste. You know it's the acidic characteristic of the food. And you know as impermanence and so on. You know their common characteristics. So try to do it every day. Practice every day. You will gain knowledge. You will gain mindfulness. No chance for mental defilements to arise. So we need mindfulness. And term we call Padapayarana. Pada is tangibility. This tangibility is the is essential elements between the wire, earth element, fire element, air element. No water element here. See that? When you say Padapa, tangibility, earth, fire, and air element. No water element. Why is no water element here? This water elements, according to is the subtlety cannot be felt. The sense of touch, you cannot feel it. You cannot feel it. Please remember, this tangibility cannot be felt. This the sense of touch. That's why we learn is the abhidhamma. Otherwise you say, oh, I can feel the water. You cannot feel the water. So you put your hand into the water. Sometimes you put your hand into the water, what do you feel? You feel softness. You feel soft. Soft, right? Oh, the water is soft. What is softness? What kind of element is softness? Earth element. See it? Earth element. So this is pressure. The water is pushing pressure. Pressure is what type of element? Air elements. Right? Air element. You feel very cold. What's element?
Fire.
Fire element. Just fire, air, and earth element. No water element. So you cannot touch this the water element. That's why Padapa, your tangibility, just only earth element, fire element, and air element. No water elements. So how many objective phenomena here? 5. Right? Visible object, sound, smell, taste, tangibility. 5. So tangible object. And bhava, rupa, sexual phenomena. The sexual phenomena is meant iti bhava in Pali term. Iti bhava, femininities. Om bhava, masculinity. This femininity is expressed all over the body of female. Masculinity is expressed all over the body of the male. Because of this sexual phenomena, it's classified, differentiate male from female, female from male. So please remember this sexual phenomena express all over the body of male and female. And also, what you already studied, 5 essential elements. Kaya pasada, body sensitivity, it's all over the body, right? The same thing is the sexual phenomena also expressed all over the body. And hadiya, heart phenomenon. Heart phenomenon. The hadiya, what? heart base. Heart base. This heart base is produced by karma alone. Yeah, among four causes, it is produced by karma alone. Depend on our previous karma, previous life, what we have done. This is the heart base rise. This heart base is mean this the set of consciousness. So we think so many things. Where is arrive from? Arrive from is heart base. That's why heart base is the seat of consciousness. This in Pali term Hariyamutu. This heart base is pressed in the blood of inside the heart. Inside our heart we have blood. This pressed inside this the blood of heart. It's not only one. Just remember, it's not only one. The heart base it's not only one. She has billions of this Hariyamutu heart base pressed inside the blood of heart. When we do Padhana chanting, you see that. Yang Rupa Nisaya Manodhaduja, Manovijana Dhaduja Vadanti, based on heart base. Manodhadu is a mind element. Manoyanadu, mind consciousness elements arise. So we study later. That's why it's the heart base is the set of consciousness. So when we start about consciousness, we have 7 groups. We have eye consciousness, ear consciousness, nose consciousness, tongue consciousness, body consciousness, and manodhadu, mind consciousness. Manoyanadhadu, mind consciousness element. And this heart base produced by karma and jivita rupa, life phenomena. Jivitindriya, life faculty. We have 2 kinds of life faculty here. Physical life faculty. When we study mental factors, because mental life faculty, we have 2, right? Same name, Jivitindriya. Rupa Jivitindriya, Nama Jivitindriya. So here, life faculty is the physical life. Physical life faculty. This life faculty also is produced by karma alone. So here we study about 7 is already, right? So go to the last one. Ahara Rupa, nutritional phenomenon. Or ahara is the nutriment. Sometimes we translate as the nutritive essence, origin, which sustains the body. Without this ahara, nutritive essence, we will die. Now we're still alive. Because of what? Because of nutritive essence, this ahara, nutriment. That's why we need to eat every day. Drink every day to sustain this body. So, altogether, on 18, right? It's 18 because concrete please produce matter. Yes, I will argue to know that when we practice meditation, we will experience some of those. For our nutriment, this nutriment, you cannot feel it, you cannot see that, right? So, but we know that we got about giving life faculty, we cannot see that. We got about heart phenomenon, you cannot see that. We got about femininity, masculinity, you cannot see that. What we see, mostly when practice meditation, the four great essential elements and objective phenomena, visible object, sound, smell, taste, tangibility. We will know that. So, whenever you see, you feel, so please remember all this, what are they? What kind of matter? What kind of rupa? You should know that. As you know that, you don't know as a person, even yourself. So, it's our bodies. It's made up of this matter, rupa. You can touch your body anywhere, where you feel it. Your forehead, your hand, where you feel it. The hardness, with hard or soft or cold or hot. See that, right? Or maybe vibration or pushing, motion. This means you see realities. So you see your body. This means whisper object, color, right? You see your sound. You can smell. You can taste your body, right? You can feel it, hardness of this tangible object. So inside, outside, you can see it. So that's what I ask all of you to study, try to remember your name, your nature. And when you practice meditation, to see. Firstly, what we need to see? To see their specific characteristic, just their own nature. Secondly, to see common characteristic of them as impermanent and unsatisfactoriness and non-self nature, and then gain with personal knowledge higher and higher. Finally, we all of you be able to see the end of nama rupa, experience nibbana in this life. Thank you for today.
Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.
Yeah, any question? Yes, my
Did you say that when we're meditating, if we see like a woman or something, that's rupa?
No.
Okay,
concept.
good.
Concept. Panyati concept. It's not
Oh,
real.
thank you, because I thought it was concept.
Yeah,
So I just
concept,
misunderstood
yeah.
what you said.
So
Okay.
you see that rupa, here you see visible object as form
Okay,
object.
thank you.
Okay.
Under the Visaya Rupa, what produced Gandha and Rasa?
Oh, Gandha Rasa is the Gandha Rasa. The four causes we've studied later. At the bottom, yes, for the Kamaja is was produced by Kama, inseparable A, space, heart, controlling faculties, and so on. You study later.
Under Roman numeral 3, for the Gokara Rupa, where it's we were talking about what produced each Rupa, Sada, Gandha, Rasa, and Potaba. I didn't catch what produced smell and taste.
Oh, smell and taste. Look at the bottom. Look at the bottom, you will see there's a Kamaja. Rupa is mean the Rupa produced by Kama. Jitaja is mean produced by consciousness. This means Uduja is mean produced by Udu. You see that, right? And Ahara is produced by nutriment. So look at that's the four kind of things, four kind of causes. Where's the Rupa and Gandha, Rasa, Padava come from? For example, Padava. Where's the Padava? Earth element, fire element, air element is inseparable, right? So consists into inseparable, right? It's produced by four causes. So regard about our body, we have the form. It's produced by four causes.
So number 11, Sada, is produced by Chitta and Udu, though, right?
Yeah, Chitta and Udu.
But 12, Gandha is all four causes?
Gandha is mean smell, right?
Right.
That is smell. The smell is four causes. Rasa, four causes. So this because in Pali term, aviniboga. This in English we call inseparable. Rupa. Hey, what are they inseparable? This means they are bound together and inseparable and indivisible. What are they? Just remember four great essential elements and one is the visible object. One is the form, the color. In Pali we call one is visible object. And Gandha is smell. Gandha is smell. And Rasa is mean taste. Oja is mean ahara, nutriment. A type of rupa or called inseparable matter. So they are produced by four causes. See, A, B, C, D here, see, right? Inseparable. Kamaja, rupa, produced by karma, inseparable. See that, right? So please remember, this rupa, or visible object, or smell, taste, and nutriment, and four great essential elements, A, are produced by four causes. Karma, good and bad action in previous life. Citta, consciousness. Udu, or temperature, or seasonal phenomena. And ahara, nutrient. See that, right? So we should know what's come from, produced by what. So you know the cause. We practice meditation, you know the cause. It means you gain second level of this vipassana knowledge. You know the cause effect. Any question?
Okay, Bhava Rupa, is that produced by Chitta?
Bhava, karma alone. Yes. Produced by karma alone, we have how many one? How many one? 9. Please remember. 5 sensitivities, and it's bhava, sexual phenomena. 2, hardya, heart base, and jivita, life faculties. It's 9 produced by